Hold on 1 second for me now,
Okay.
Mr. Paul Frimpong, and your economist, now, your thoughts, and come over. So, when we are, then we'll look at the taxes you've been paying and whether they are serving the purpose they are supposed to be serving. We are a budget 2022 Finance Minister Edebaye. In more details, and the more man for an pay. So, Mr. Frimpong, good morning. Hello,
Hi,
good
good
morning, Mr.
morning.
Frimpong.
Yes, hello.
Mr. Paul Frimpong, Ahomano.
Yeah, there's a hello. Can you hear
Hello,
me?
good morning, Mr. Frimpong.
Hello.
Mr. Frimpong, good morning.
Yes, good morning.
But you're an important to say.
Number Mboko.
Anapa yedi enkomo efa taxes are buying edge. Now, at the end of the day, they are supposed to serve a purpose, and that's the development of the country. There are specific taxes are buying edge. A be it is a debt fund, a be it is a NHIL, a be it is a energy sector levy, road fund, toll recovery levy, any and one and as an economist, who say your taxes are yet it's true reflection any in terms of developmental projects are my way more.
Good morning to you. Any what's your phone? And what's your phone? Taxes more of I quite say social contract. That amount for those who are managing the economy and term, and it's a yenso boa ama mpuntua hiano etimi abem because share kwan aban faso enya sika the year in Puntunjuma taxes and I think one of the first source or better say or ninsa beka sa tax multimedia in ansa kra na afofra beka ho to say other external sources from partner organizations, from donor agencies, and also from what we call it even CC and yet me build the economy at international market coaching borrow issue bond ne and one near bebre and the you know a simple question as to social contract ne assign you know citizens you know afamudi in the form of paying our taxes na no bisa question is no ho faso na nya yana me into specific taxes because many taxes, but of course I know there are a lot of taxes that we are all subjected to in terms of paying them. But taxes are yetua any who question say and who faso na nya no ubetimi ahwe no on the scale of how citizens standard of living at here or we'll have that discussion. And if you look at a country like Ghana, now we'll share the current economic happenings, the current economic situation. Bemau when say adult and I say what I mean putting you start to question as to whether indeed there's value for money here in terms of the taxes that we're paying. And for me, share situation your woman is here. I think say and maybe touching or the kind of value that we are getting as taxpayers. And no say I might end yet BBR name no from time and time again, you buying njuma bi any aban anamosifoɔ ɛho njuma ne aban organization njuma report ba out no ɛyɛ na ɛyɛ asefin ma etimi atwi nipa adwene kosi sɛ taxpayers money ɛna ye wasting it because remember everything that the government does is bought and paid for by taxes and by people. Even if so, or could borrow, even if the government goes to the international market to borrow, they are borrowing on behalf of us. We are still the one going to pay for the money the government is borrowing. whilst you're not giving it directly to them from the money they are borrowing from the international investors. They are borrowing on our behalf. So everything that we are seeing, roads, hospitals, schools, security, the water, the energy, everything is bought and paid for by our taxes, by our money. All right. And so we share the kinds of reports about from some of these government-related expenditures. It leaves one to question and in fact conclude that we are not getting value for money from all the taxes that we are paying.
Interesting. So if we are not getting value for money with the taxes we pay, now you were saying is that there are concerns, there are issues, there are challenges therein. At the end of the money, difficult taxes are ebe utilize it for the purpose for which they were collected. Is it about the projections away no and the switching and the sika ubenya anasa?
I think it's a mixture of several stuff, right? But even on the face of it, we all know, we all know how corruption, ADD, like some of these areas I can watch them in terms of acquire for ebopo fasika or mansika the yet your mom pay report back out. One of the key elements affecting at the end of the day, first, possibly you might not be getting enough from the tax revenue because, of course, we've talked about say tax organ and also any say more people bet me buy into the tax net, no more to tax. You're having this conversation, will be at here. Now, say sika kakra na yɛbɛnya free tax ne mu nso no na yɛatena hɔ ma because of ineffective monitoring system ɛma corruption nso ɛfa sika ne faa ɛkɔ ɛwɔ abra we are not counting for it on empathy na see nti corruption is a key element here, because at the end of the day we are having a conversation that we might not be having enough from our tax revenue. As you said, if you are buying target to be certain, if you are on ritual, any incentive, of course, that one to account with them about how they can be effective in getting more people to pay tax. OSHA, this current government, will try to bring the digitalization agenda. And OSHA say, ultimately, yes, now bringing more people on the data front. It makes it easier to track and attract, your taxes and all of that. But see, I can't start challenging we are still allowing our own greediness to also steal, these, small money that we have been able to accumulate from the tax that we are paying. And that is a fundamental issue. Say, if you're not able to deal with it, it doesn't matter how much in terms of tax revenue that we generate, we will still not be getting enough for those that we get, because the money comes in and it goes, through shady means, and that is the bottom line. And for me, you can't tax revenue any how the expenses are, why and how it's not enough, and why we are facing, we are paying taxes yet we are, facing a lot of economic challenges. I think corruption and inefficiencies in the management of these revenues that we generate cannot be overemphasized enough.
Mr. Frimpong, Paul Frimpong, a chartered economist, and AD in command of pay